Top of the morning to you. Ooh, the facial paralysis just snapped for me. I tried to do an expression and my eyebrows were like, no, bitch, we're staying put. Love that. I can taste the disport. We have so much to discuss this week. If you're watching the video, I apologize. It looks like I am podcasting from a crack den because, you know, we're organizing, we're spring cleaning. My father-in-law is in an urn about 3 feet away from you. So this one's for you, Jimmy. Urns are weird. Speaking of urns, I just was at lunch with my friend, my dad, my husband, my grandma, and my sister. And this is like sad. I want to start it off on like a dark note. My childhood dog, Bunny, passed away. My sister was like her primary caretaker. But she was like old. So it's like hardly the tragedy of the century. But I said to my sister, and like these are the type of jokes you can only really make with your sister or just like certain people in your life that just get the humor. I said, Ashley, how much money is it going to cost for me to do an Instagram takeover so I can hard launch the death of Bunny? She's like, Jackie, too soon. And I was like, I just want to like post a collage with some music with like a 18 paragraph caption and a meal train, because I thought I think something is I love a meal train. I think they're so funny, especially like just specific meal trains. Like obviously if something devastating happens or like a birth or even something amazing happens, like I'm not a meal train girly, but I love like a soft meal train. Like if you like tore your meniscus and then you like want a meal train, like calm the fuck down. Sit down, Cheryl. Okay. Nobody is delivering avocado egg rolls because like you sprained your fucking ankle. Grow up. Ashley's like, my sister's like, no. And I'm like, well, I'm just going to hack into your account. I'm going to have 1.5 martinis and I'm going to get fucking weird on her Instagram. That's just what I'm going to do this evening. Can we talk about J-Lo at the AMAs? First of all, the American Music Awards, who even knew that those were on? Like it was the lowest viewed American Music Awards of all time, allegedly. J-Lo hosted. She wore a bedazzled cat suit and did this opening intro medley dance performance to all of the biggest hits of the year. And I say this so wholeheartedly. You know, I love J-Lo. I am a J-Lo apologist. Like she can do almost nothing wrong in my eyes because she gave us Selena and she's just absolutely gorgeous. And I always root for good looking people. That's my burden to bear. But, you know, things started to go awry when she shared photos of her Rachel Ashwell Georgian home with the dust ruffles. Okay. Leo, Andrew, handle that. I can't get anything done in this fucking house. Anyways, as I was saying about J-Lo and her dust ruffles and her Rachel Ashwell, like shabby chic, undersized love seat, rustic wood, like just the worst. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? J-Lo needs to do less. She needs to endorse less. Her and Sydney Sweeney. Whoa. I'm just like having a full beautiful mind. John Steve Nash, whatever his fucking name is, Russell Crowe and beautiful mind, like connection here. J-Lo needs to do less, come from a place of no. It's called a Reverse Bethenny, trademark. And Sydney Sweeney also needs to do less. And we're going to unpack both. J-Lo's dance performance. First of all, we all know that J-Lo can move. Okay. She's a dancer through and through. But like the flipping and the kissing and the jazz hands and we're twerking, like it's too much. J-Lo, you don't need to host the American Music Awards. You don't need to come out with a pre-bottled spritz after you've gone on record saying that you don't drink for 50 years, okay? You don't need to hit us with a skincare routine. You don't need to hit us with sweet face. Remember she had like the clothing line, sweet baby face, whatever that was. We don't need another album really, or a movie or anything from you for a while. Like take a year, okay? Just kick it back to Jenny from the block. Like, let's just dim the lights, okay? And take a beat and reassess. The world is your oyster. You've earned the right in your career to be selective. So let's be selective. Sydney Sweeney, okay? We don't need you endorsing everything under the Tuscan sun, okay? Samsung, the new flip phone, Laneige lip masks. She's selling soap. She's partnered with a soap brand and is infusing bars of soap with her dirty bath water. Like, let's be selective. You have a beautiful career ahead of you, okay? So let's just take pause and make good choices. Let's make smart choices. What a dream and a privilege to be selective, okay? And this is a lesson we can take with us on our journey. Be selective. Sometimes less is more. Come from a place of no. Speaking of no, okay, I wasn't going to talk about this because like it's a little specific, but let me try to like disguise details in my head really quick. Doop, 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 beep, beep. Okay, so let's say allegedly I take Clyde to a class once a week, okay, and maybe it's a gym class because it is a gym class, and there is a parent in said class, and she drives a Suburban. And her license plate says, I love CMN. Okay. Now, a mature adult might look at a license plate like that, also clad with like stickers, kid-friendly stickers, baby on board, like go Rams. I don't know. So there's stickers, which you know how I feel about a sticker, but whatever. Okay. Most people would look at a license plate like that. And I'm someone historically who has trouble with personalized license plates. I have problems with anything that just feels like superfluous work, like through and through, even if it's like helping people, helping yourself, like whatever it is. I'm very taxed and kerfuffled, stumped, tersed. Not sure if any of those words work, but I'm just befuddled by excess labor in any capacity. So like stickers feels like so much work. J-Lo at the AMAs feels like so much work. Like I think across the board, we should all be selective, do less, come from a place of no. Especially with like a personalized license plate, the amount of effort. Okay, like getting the real ID has putting me 4 feet in the goddamn grave. The thought of getting a personalized license plate. If I was going to get a personalized license plate, what would it say? I'm going to think about it. We're going to circle back. But just the effort level alone really does me in, makes me not trust a bitch. But you see something like that, you think, maybe it's I love Carly, Michelle, and little Nikki, her 3 little kiddos. I see that and I read, I love semen. And it just like not one person has pulled her aside and said, hey, Kaylee, Mama Bear Kaylee, your license plate says I love semen. Okay. It's like a cum dumpster. It's not the look. Okay, you look like a dirty little slut on wheels. Maybe we go back to the DMV and we do something else, Mama of 3, something else, because it says I love semen on your whip, on your mom mobile. And it makes me want to drizzle a yogurt pack, a plain vanilla yogurt, semen adjacent, all over your grill. Because you love semen, because you're a dirty fucking slut. Okay, Kaylee? Enjoy pickup. It's so good. Oh my God. I saw it and I was just like, wow. The first time I saw it, I was like, that can't be it. Like maybe I got the CM. Nope. Then I've seen it like 6 times. And I'm like, somebody somewhere send Braylon's mom a text. It's so good. Speaking of loving semen, the transitions, they don't get smoother. Derek Huff celebrated. Oh my God, I've got so many good stories to tell this week. Woo! Derek Huff celebrated his 40th birthday with a week-long trip to Disney World with scissor sister Julianne, clad in ears. I ask you this earnestly. I'm not even trying to be a bitch right now, okay? What heterosexual 40-year-old man celebrates his fucking birthday for a week at Disney World. That is childhood trauma at its fucking finest. If Andrew said to me, hey, Jax, hey, baby girl, hey, sweetheart, hey, honey pie, 40's just around the corner and I've got a great idea on a birthday celebration. Let's round up our crew, hightail it to Orlando, okay, and spend not a day, which would also be fucking weird, an entire week at Disney World. I would say, Andrew, get an ice pack and sit on it because that butthole is yearning for a dick. Okay. Or the sweet. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's not. This is why the Reddit threads are going to light up. It's not even like, I don't actually even want to insult homosexuals like that, because if it was, I don't even think it leans homosexual. I think it leans, wow, where do I want to go with this? I want to go there. It leans infantilized, traumatized, like suppressed, like deep suppressed childhood wonder. Okay. And I don't think it's cute. I think it's weird. Disney adults as a whole, to me, are hard to metabolize, but I can understand. I can get there, kind of. Barely. By the way, barely, but like, sure. You want to get engaged at Disneyland? Do I think it's weird? Absolutely. Okay. I don't want to genderize it, but but maybe I do. I think it's weird, okay? I think spending a week there for your birthday with little ears and churros, skip-a-doo-doodling around the park, pot-a-boo-rang to the Ferris wheel is uncomfortable. Doing choreographed dance, doing that slow samba, da-da-dun, dun, 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 da-da-dun. By the way, when I watch those videos on TikTok of Hilaria Baldwin doing her slow salsa samba whisk, I think in my head I could do it, but I've practiced a couple times, can't figure it out. But like when I close my eyes, I can move. You know what I mean? Him in a like Mickey Mouse tank top, like It's a Small World after all, holding that pickle, just grasping that pickle for dear life. It's just so weird. And it was all over People and E! Online, and everyone's like, Derek, Dancing with the Stars, Derek Cuff celebrates his 40th birthday with his wife and his sister and the whole fam at Disney World. What a time. I would rather, okay, what would I rather do? Like anything. I would rather get an inflatable pool from Costco, fill it with razor blades, anthrax, and snakes, and roll around in that inflatable pool in desert heat. Then go one day with the Huff family celebrating little Dare Bear's 40th fucking birthday. I just like, who hurt you? Who hurt you, Dare Bear? I'm just going to be bitchy this week. Like, I'm feeling bitchy, you know? They're like, Jackie, isn't that every week? No, I'm feeling like particularly like I want to kick it up a couple notches. Leo season is coming, everybody. Okay, I want to say something. And I mean this with, we're just moving on from the Derek Huff of it all. Because like, I just can't. Like my rosacea, it's at a level 10. And I started Nature's Ozempic. It's MB1. I'm going to report back if it's working. It does make me like a little off food. My sister and my friend Kelly were just making fun of me because I was like, I just feel like it's really curbing my appetite. And then we went to like Mexican food for lunch today. And I was like, we'll have 2 guacamoles, a short rib taco, a chicken quesadilla, and a salad for the lady. And they're like, bitch, shut up. Shut up. I had a German pancake for breakfast. I had 3 pieces of bacon. I had a quesadilla. I had a chopped salad. I'm eating for 7, by the way. But it just like sounds cute to say out loud. I'm like, I'm on Nature's Ozempic. I'm on Nature's Ozempic. I'm going to be so frail and skinny when you see me on tour. You're going to fucking die. Okay? Die. Okay. I say this from a place of affection and love and deep hunger. So bear with me here. I love Leighton Meester so much. She gave us Gossip Girl. She gave us Country Strong. She gave us Good Girls Go Bad, a blip of a music career. She's given us Adam Brody on our screens. Like, I really think that she has a beautiful public temperament, if you will. And if she was my very best friend, she seems kind of burdened by fame, which I love. Like, she feels very annoyed. Like, she's just like annoyed when she's being interviewed, but like not in a rude way, just in a like, I'd rather be home with my kids way. And I can appreciate the transparency, but I say this so lovingly. Let me see if I have a picture here. I need her to grow out her bangs. She's gorgeous. She's talented. She's married to Adam Brody. She's a star. I don't think that the bangs are working. I would love her to grow out her bangs. That's all I ask. And I've had this tough conversation with many a friend. My best friend, ironically, has bangs and they work gorgeously on her. They look like French, and like even when her hair is curly, like for whatever reason she can pull off these bangs. And I remind her all the time, I'm like, it's like, I do not say this lightly, but the bangs are working. But if they weren't working for any reason, I would 100% tell her. I'd be like, listen, I'd take her to lunch and I'd be like, I love you so much and I want the best for you and your outward aesthetic, okay? And we have to grow out your bangs. So I've had this conversation with people before. I say this, you know, with the best of intentions. I need Leighton Meester to grow out her bangs. It's going to change everything. It's going to change everything. Let them. I don't want to, okay? It's called a reverse Bethenny Frankel, a place of no, and a reverse Mel Robbins. I don't want to let them, okay? Maybe I want to control my environment here and there. Let me, okay? More pop culture news with Jackie. This is my favorite story of the week, the month, and probably the year. Now, we blew the whistle on Nicola Peltz many moons ago when hairstylist to the stars Justin Anderson came on here 6 years ago and so graciously imparted his truth and his wisdom when I said, who's the biggest cunt you've ever worked with? And he was doing everybody's fucking hair at the time. Gwyneth, Miley, Margot, everybody. Okay, all the blondes, Jennifer Aniston. And he said, Nicola Peltz, who at the time was on, the only thing I know her from is the most mundane TikTok videos that you've ever seen, lifeless behind those eyes, okay? Being Selena Gomez's gal pal and Bates Motel. I don't know if anyone watched that. Was Timothy Chalamet? No. Who's in Bates Motel? That other kid. August Rush. Oh my God. August Rush. I got to watch that tonight. I need a sodium purge. So he said Nicola Peltz was just a monster to work with. Okay. And she was barely fucking famous at the time. Barely hanging on for dear life. Micro shrivel of fame at that point. Okay. So it was all over the news this week that, and it seems kind of like a plant to villainize Victoria Beckham, but guess what? Nobody can make us hate her. Like, Victoria Beckham is perfect. She is a perfect star. She's untouchable, and there's nothing she could do that would make me hate her. Perfect, okay? So it kind of feels like a plant, and it's just like doing the opposite. So this story came out, by the way, she was married, 2-3 years ago. So it's like hardly even relevant to the timeline. But they're saying that Nicola Peltz left her wedding in tears after Mark Anthony, who is a friend of the Beckhams, performed at Nicola and Brooklyn's wedding and said that Victoria Beckham was the most beautiful woman in the room. And that was so offensive to the blushing bride that she left the ceremony in tears. Grow the fuck up, Nicola Peltz. Who fucking cares? By the way, who fucking cares? You are if that is true, you need to get out and see the world and live a little. If that's the worst thing that happens to you on your fucking wedding day, Do a cartwheel, okay? Change into a skanky romper and do a cartwheel with your veil, okay? Big fucking whoop. And remember, there's already historically a lot of drama surrounding that wedding. There was a lawsuit between the wedding planner and like text messages released that Ricola, don't care, was being like extremely difficult and like verbally abusive, all of these things. Okay. So there's a lot of chitter chatter, chitty bang bang about Nicola Peltz. All I need is to watch one of those TikTok videos and I've got the rundown on this hoe. Okay. She seems like a fucking nightmare. And now there's, people are saying that there's this separation between Brooklyn and he's being ostracized from the family because he's taking Nicola's side. And I don't fucking care. Hi, you're the problem. It's you. If I was a betting woman, I would guarantee that Brooklyn is whipped, okay, being a pussy and backing his wife, which I, usually could co-sign on, but she seems like a fucking nightmare. And that's my pop culture news with Jackie. I thought I'd bring back a segment that I kickstarted in the trenches of postpartum many moons ago that I personally hate, but most of you quite enjoyed. It's also just so easy for me, and I think it really showcases my quick wit and impromptu spirit because a lot of these hoes are scripted, and you should fucking know it. Scripted and severely edited. Not me just bleeding out behind a microphone for 12 years. And don't you fucking forget it. Okay. We're going to do an Ask Me Anything. Cue Cordelia's I Think I Like This Little Life. Ooh, the first one is This Is So Broken. Thank you, Madison. I know. What the fuck do I cook for dinner every night? That's a great question. It is all I think about. I knew that I was going to make skirt steak with chimichurri over farmer's market arugula and blistered tomatoes for about 3 days now because it's just like a nice Monday meal. I regurgitate a lot of versions of the same thing. Last night, in the spirit of the Bahamas, I made a jerk lobster Caesar salad, which is my favorite Caesar salad from a hotel called the Dunmore in Harbor Island. All of our friends are there right now. And there was a moment in time where Andrew and I were going to skip over with Clyde to the Bahamas for the week with our best friends, but we just couldn't make it work. Andrew's going to London. I'm going on tour. It's too much travel, and I'm someone that loves to go. Another one of these questions is, when are you going to Paris? I am going to go to Paris in September. Now, my predicament is I have a flight on hold, but then I found out that was during Fashion Week again. And I don't know that another invitation is on the horizon for me after the conjunctivitis Louis Vuitton show of 2024. So I would love, I don't know who I have to fuck to get invited to a show, but I don't deserve to be there. So I obviously understand that, but I would like to go to a show, but I would also like to be able to dine at a restaurant. And I found that like at Fashion Week, if I wasn't freeloading off of an A-list celebrity friend, I couldn't really make it into a lot of restaurants. It was a lot of like eating in the back kitchen. So I found myself not gliding through Paris as seamlessly during Fashion Week and also feeling, bloated and disgusting and poor during the entirety of my trip. That time. So I might be pivoting the trip, but probably sometime in September. What was the question? Oh, sorry. Kim Zolciak's Instagram reel started playing. What do I make for dinner? Okay, so like a sampling of my menus this week would be as follows. I made a jerk lobster Caesar salad. Don't ask for a recipe, by the way. Don't ask for a recipe. If you like to cook, you'll figure it out. If you don't like to cook, order the fuck in and stop burdening people. I also have the New York Times cooking app, so sometimes I'll peruse that. I don't really follow recipes because I just don't find that to be fun. And I do find that a lot of recipes are extremely labor intensive. And I'm someone that like really shows up presentation wise. Like I'm going to hit you with a microgreen and a garnish and like a drizzle of lemon and a flaky sea salt. But like I'm not brining a chicken. Like I'm never going to do that. So I made the jerk lobster Caesar tonight. I'm going to make filet because I just have it, and I'll, sear it and then slice it and then make like a homemade chimichurri, put it over a bed of arugula with a blistered tomato. Tomorrow I'll probably do, because it's going to be slightly colder tomorrow, I do like a fat-free-ish turkey Greek chili where I do like, I'll either do fat-free turkey or chicken or close to fat-free, saute it up, a little turmeric, little chili powder, and then I add roasted butternut squash that I roast in the oven with garam masala. Then I add it to the ground meat. Then I'll do a can of kidney beans, some crushed tomatoes, no salt added. I do frozen chopped spinach, tons of turmeric, chicken broth, and then I top it with fat-free feta and cilantro and tons of lemon juice and hot sauce. And it's to die for. Write this down or don't. Then on Thursday, I'll probably roast a chicken. I just get like a whole cut up chicken, and then I just olive oil, lemon, lots of dried herbs, pop that bitch in the oven with like a roasted potato and an arugula fennel salad. That's just me spitballing, and I'll probably stick to exactly that. I try to offer, surf and turf during the week. And then on the weekend, I'll probably do some form of a pasta. I like a linguine and clam. I like a penne alla vodka with or I'll do a rigatoni alla vodka with like a little bit of a sauteed mushroom. Okay. What else? Oh God, Kim Zolciak's thing is playing again. How do I check these goddamn messages? Okay. Would you have asked any of your A-lister friends to be guests on the Bitch Bible? Let's be clear. I'm not like some star fucking celebrity collector dumb cunt. No. If they want to come on, they know that I would be more than willing. I would fly wherever they were. If they were shooting in fucking Kuwait, I would take Spirit Airlines with with a mic to make it happen. So I just think, generally speaking, especially with people who are public figures, everyone's always asking for something from them, and I find it to be just obnoxious and annoying, and I don't want to be that person. So the answer is no. Are there more tour locations coming? Probably not. I would say there's a 97% chance that it's a fucking no. May I add a hometown show? Perhaps. I think it would be so funny. There's this community center, like a hop, skip, and a jump from my house that I had my 12th birthday there, and I thought it would be so funny. It's also like $170 to rent, and they have like the most disgusting in-house tables and chairs, and I thought about doing a show there, like a pop-up friends and family show, but probably not. Why aren't you coming to Vegas for your live tour? I'm not going to answer that. I think you know why. You know why. Okay. Let's see. Is Handy Andy related to the F1 Racing Haas family? Absolutely not. I wish. But no, that is a no. Colors that inspire rage, like home decor, like a home decor purple, but like not a cool purple, not a mid-century purple, but like a Z Gallery purple. Can't do it. Also, like certain shades of pink, like I hate when someone gets a pink wrong. You have to go muted pink, mauve pink, Phuquet's lavendery pink, but like a bubblegum pink, it can work in certain places. But also, you know what it is? No. I take all of that back. Gray. I can't even fucking get into it because I will have a stroke. Gray, 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 gray floors, gray walls, gray tiles, gray. I hate gray. Nothing says builder grade like fucking gray. A gray throw blanket, gray pillows, a gray headboard. It's disgusting. Ask me how I really feel. Gray, gray, gross. So disgusting. What shampoo do you use to maintain your color? Kayla, this is unlikable, but I don't even own shampoo. I don't wash my own hair. I've tried to do it a couple times and I end up looking like somebody inseminated my scalp. I think I have carpal tunnel or something because I don't wash my own hair. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, Paris in October. First timers, what part of the city do you stay in? I like the first district. I'm not going to say arrondissement. I'm going to fuck that up. I like the first. Number one, baby. If you ain't first, you're last. People think that you're supposed to stay like near the Eiffel Tower. Nobody does that. Okay. You want to stay on the other side of the river because you want to look up at it. Some people go Latin Quarter. Not for me. Okay. I'm not a Latin Quarter girl. I like to dabble. I like to shop. I like to eat. I like to gallivant, but I don't want to stay in the Latin Quarter. It's a little too young for me. Don't stay in Montmartre. I mean, you can, do you? It's fine. Don't stay in Montmartre. Visit, peruse, kibitz, hop, skip, and a jump, but don't stay there. Do you fuck with first dibs for your antiques? Sometimes I like to take a hands-on approach and like grapple my goods. I do think first dibs is often overpriced. So I like to like hit up the marts, by myself. What celebrity do you hate and had a bad interaction with? Okay. What am I going to say? How am I going to do this? I feel like she's kind of like left the vortex, so I feel comfortable saying this. I had not a great experience with Ellen DeGeneres. I signed an NDA. But yeah, that was so many years ago. I didn't have a great encounter with Ellen DeGeneres, and I didn't have a great encounter with James Corden. There you had it. I mean, a surprise to nobody, but okay. If you change your first and middle names, what would you choose? This is a very stupid question, Leslie. Like, this is dumb, but I'm so glad you asked. I would change my name to Katinka Dijon, obviously. Blazer Rex, please. What? I don't know. Are we wearing blazers? It's the heat of summer. I'm not like in my dream when I close my eyes, Melissa Wood Tepperberg, like I'm walking down the street in a sports bra and a bike short with like an oversized blazer and like big headphones. But I don't really wear blazers that often. I have two blazers that that's a lie. I bought one of them at the Cabazon outlets and they're both Saint Laurent and I have had them for a million years. And I think they're gorgeous. They fit like a dream. They have like a slight shoulder pad situation. And I absolutely love them. If not, like go to Zara. Zara's great. Bring back fast fashion. Okay, I'm down for it. I fucking love Zara. It's so great. I mean, you wear it once and then it falls apart. So it's, not the most fiscally responsible. We're not investing, but they do a really, really good job. Accounts you look at for home decor style inspo. I have a hidden little dirty Pinterest board that I will link in the newsletter because I would like sharing is caring. I love, I love like Summer Thornton. My best friend's, decorator. She's so great. She's unbelievable. Lindsay Rhodes Interiors. She's out of Nashville and she's done a bunch of my friends' houses. And the way that she mixes patterns blows my fucking balls off. She doesn't do a lot of social media, but if you just like do a little deep dive on the homes she's done, they're perfection and impeccable. I like Kelly Wersler. I just kind of go on the explore page and get fucking weird. I like Alley Bud Interiors. I like there's like Whittle Bachelli. There's so many. There's so many. I should start linking some of them because they're really great. How is Grandma Gloria doing? Is she still alive? She is still with us. She just finally hung a painting in her living room. This bitch, I will kill her. Okay, she's 4 feet in the grave at this point. And if you walk into her house, you know, you think of like a grandma's house, you think of like tchotchkes and dust and like things and dust ruffles. And this woman, it looks like nobody's ever lived there. It is as sterile and contemporary as it gets, like not one excess thing. Okay. And she barely lights those candles. She's got a couple expensive display candles. I say to her all the time, I'm like, burn the candle. Okay. Avinu Malkano, put on Barbara Streisand and light the candle, Anne Frank. Okay. Why is it so dark in here? Why? Like, put a fucking candle on. She's like, it's a very nice candle. I'm like, I know. I bought it for you 7 years ago. What the fuck are you waiting for? Are we supposed to carry these down the aisle, a temple when we bury you? Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we saving things for? She's always saving things. It's very Great Depression mentality. I have the opposite mentality. I'm like, the world's going to shit. The aliens are coming. Pop open the bottle. Burn the candles. Buy the bag. We don't know what's happening, okay? So anyways, she has had this outline blue tape for her, you know, the right piece of art over her sofa for 14 years. We went into this store that I buy a lot of shit at that has beautiful art. She sees this painting. She goes, I like that. I said, let's buy it. Let's get it. Can we get it? Let's get it. And she's like, I don't know, Jack. I gotta think about it. I'm like, there's nothing to think about. You can have this on your wall today. Instant gratification. Come on, life's short. Buy the painting. She's like, I don't know. What about the colors, Jack? I'm like, there's no color. There's no color in your whole fucking house. You need a piece of art. You need anything. So after 6 months, I'm not joking, 6 months of going back and forth, I don't know, Jake, I think the sizing is wrong. Then these amazing people who own the shop, shout out Studio CT, they get the painting enlarged for her or painted a custom size to fit above his sofa. And by the way, this has been months and months. And every day I go over there, she goes, Jack, I'm nervous. I'm like, what are you nervous about? She's like, I don't know if it's going to work, Jack. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm like, if it's going to fucking work. It's a plain wall. It's a custom size. You've mapped it out for 7 years. We're putting the painting up. So she got it 2 weeks ago, and she's been doing like gallery viewings. She's like, you gotta come over and see the painting. I'm like, I've seen that painting. It lives rent free in my head. When I close my eyes at night, I'm poltergeisted by the fucking painting because I've never put more effort into something that's given me less. So I've seen the painting. She says to Andrew yesterday, we went to lunch. She goes, Andrew, have you seen my painting? It's like this woman like flew to France, okay, and like got the last standing, you know, Monet from the Louvre live auction. Like it's like you can't even imagine the buildup. So she's fine. She's probably in her swivel chair in the dark looking at her piece of art right now, but she's perfect. We love her. And thoughts on another kid? If one more person asks me when I'm having another baby, I don't know yet, okay? I'm probably going to have another one, but I heard somebody say recently, I can't remember who this was, one is an accessory, two is a lifestyle. Clyde's a lot of work. That guy's got a big personality, and he is... I don't want to say that he's wild. I wouldn't say that he's a wild kid. He's not reckless. He's not like, he's very busy. He's very curious about everything. He's very social. When we go to a restaurant, he has to go up to every single table, one by one, over and over. He likes to sit with other families, which I try not to take personally. He will crawl up on, like, if someone's in a booth, he'll just crawl up into the booth and sit with another family and take off his shoes and show it to them. He goes, his latest thing is he says he can't say this or that. So he goes, this, that, but screams like there's no volume control. So he'll just, yesterday we were at lunch. He goes and sits with another family. He takes his shoe off because the boots, the red boots that he's obsessed with the little heel, they broke. His toes came through the front. I mean, they were thrashed to shit. So he had to wear a sensible Vans high top, okay? He goes and he sits with another family, takes his shoe off, okay? And goes, this! Sorry if you're driving. Sorry if your child's sleeping in the car. Screaming. Everything is this, that. He picks up everything and shows everybody everything 24/7. It's the cutest thing. He looks up into the Nanit camera and he'll pick up one of his bears in the middle of the night and just go, this! He's so fucking cute. But he's so, wow. He requires like a lot of work. Basically, when I have him unsupervised, I just drop him in malls, strip malls, grocery stores, and I just let him fucking run. He doesn't like knock things off the countertops, or he's not the type of kid that would like, well, he does it sometimes in the house, but he's not destructive in public places. He's just busy. He wants to move. He wants to talk. He wants to socialize. So will I have a second one? Yeah, but like, I don't want to right now. I'm fluctuating. So, there's that. Best pajama sets. I'm like Amazon, guys. I go to Nordstrom Rack. I'm not like buying, Berger. I mean, I have a couple pairs of those for special occasions, but like, through and through, I'm buying my shit on Amazon, okay? All those like fake silk striped like satin sets that I wear are all from Amazon. They're like $30. I buy them in a big size and I just like love a sensible pajama set. I will say that there's one brand that I really like, I think it's Petite Plume. Those are like a sophisticated jammy, but 80% of the time it's just from Amazon. I just got a nice set. It's a Pointel set. You can get everything from Amazon. Like, we're not buying fancy pajamas. Sorry, I'm not that girl. It's not happening. Exact dirty martini recipe. I would like to say this for the last fucking time. Okay, because it is redundant. And this speaks to a bigger issue of people not paying attention and having active listening skills. For the very last time, I don't drink dirty martinis. I don't have an ounce, a speck of filth in my martinis. They are clean as a fucking whistle. No dirt, no sodium retention. The only slight infusion of sodium comes from the olives themselves, immersed in the clean as a whistle vodka. So I will not be giving you a dirty martini recipe. I gave you my regular, everyday, tried and true martini recipe, both on this podcast 17 times and on my Instagram during Off-Brand October. Leslie, I don't drink dirty martinis, okay? My face is a sponge. I can't do it anymore. Where do you buy furniture from? That's a great question. Kind of like all over the place. This disco ball table I got from France and Son. The sofa is Article. I buy a lot of antique furniture. I buy a lot of things that I recover or reupholster. Unfortunately, my sofa is like restoration because it was COVID and I need something in stock. Not that there's anything wrong with restoration. It's just a little bit overdone, in my opinion. I get furniture made, and I don't really have a one-stop shop necessarily. There's like a bunch of great places. I think buying furniture online feels a little bit risky. CB2 is great. Like some of the guest beds are from CB2, but I try to mix vintage, reupholstered, and then just shit I like, honestly. I couldn't tell you. Everything is from everywhere. Everything is from all over the place. Payne's Gray is a great company, female owned. But I really think that you have to kind of just like you shouldn't have a room where all the furniture is from the same place. I feel pretty strongly about that. Speaking of which, Ramona Singer posted a photo of herself in her Hamptons house in her primary bedroom. And the sconces, the light fixtures are just a real window into the soul. She has her tufted cream headboard with the matching tufted cream bench, okay? And an oversized brown tufted chair with a sad little picture and these oversized lamps. Everything is matching, and it is a national travesty. But I love her so much. I think about her home renovation when she the grand reveal every day of my life with her Wayfair light fixtures. No shade to Wayfair. It's a great fucking company. You can get shit in 2 days. How to not be an annoying dumb bitch about my wedding when it's all I think about. Alexis, you're the only person that gives that much of a fuck about your wedding. Everybody is there to get fucked up. And so hopefully you have a good bar set up. Everyone is there to celebrate you, sure, but also just have a nice evening away from their children and buy a new dress. So just remember that. And if you're throwing a wedding with a lot of people, okay, yes, it's about you and your husband, but you're throwing a party, okay? Because if it was just about you two, you'd just elope and do a little thing. So be mindful of your guests. Don't hold them hostage Al-Qaeda, okay? Because I have said many a time that brides are the new Al-Qaeda. And just be mindful that everyone wants to fucking party. So give them a party, okay? And do your insular bullshit with you and your husband, but don't, you don't need to have all of your friends spend $18,000 on your bachelorette weekend in Tulum, okay? You don't need the baby slideshow. You don't need the money dance. We just try not to be. The fact that you're even asking shows a level of self-awareness, so I don't worry about you totally. But be mindful. Be mindful. Ooh, this is gross. Okay. Favorite bag, 5K or under. The Bottega. Ooh. I would do, okay. Ooh, so many options. I would do the Bottega Andiamo in small because I do think the medium is $400 over budget last time I checked because I did want the suede. But I can't do a suede bag. We can't do a suede bag with Clyde. There's too many boogers and things. I would do an Andiamo Bottega, small or medium, if you're going abroad, because then you would get the tax refund. So it would meet the budge. The hop bag, you could do the small hop bag or the medium hop bag. I really want that denim one. I really would like it. Or, yeah, those are my two options. I could get crafty, but I think those, they stand the test of time. The leather, the colors, okay? The capacious energy. They hold a lot of shit. And I just think they're cool. That's just me. That's just Jackie being Jackie. Here's a good one. Do you think you'll ever get asked to do a Sports Illustrated swimsuit runway? Of course not. Of course not. How great did Stassi look? What a star. Bethenny too. Body. Okay. Body. I could do without all the toxic build up and follow through. I didn't exercise. I just, we don't need all the details. Just look great and let it lie. You know what I mean? That would be my style. But will I be asked? Of course not. I don't have the willpower to really go through with that. You know what I mean? How do you feel about a can light, recess light? Overhead lighting is fine. I just think that there's a time and place for it. We never lead with the overhead lighting. You have it, you dim it. Everything has to be on a dimmer. I have so much light, so many lights in this house, but you know how they have those unlacquered brass, spotlight things that you can put into the recess lighting? I think I'm going to do that in my bar area, but I have them, I just don't turn them on. Does that make sense? In certain rooms, I've fully eliminated the overhead lighting. None of my guest rooms, actually none of my bedrooms besides this one has any recess lighting. Just kind of in main area, like hallways. Like I have them, but I never turn them on. Never turn them on. We don't put on the big light, as we say. Any postpartum prep that you didn't do that would have been nice, hindsight 2020. I would say I didn't have like, I wouldn't say that I had full blown postpartum. I think it came like a little bit later where I was like, oh my God, I'm stuck with this thing. But I would have, if I could go back in time, I would have enjoyed it more. Like I would have, and that's hard to say because I didn't have like a chemical imbalance, but postpartum prep, you know what, you really can't prepare anyone for anything because you just don't know what the situation was going to be. For me, the hardest part of right after having a baby was feeling very trapped and very stuck. So I felt very like the fact that I couldn't just like leave the house, and I could have, by the way, but I didn't understand like the mechanics of like having a baby and going out into the wild. It was hot. I was paranoid. I didn't know how to, with the car seat and then the doona and the thing and the clicking. And then how do I travel with bottles? Like, I wish I would have asked a friend. And I did. My girlfriends were amazing actually during that time. I mean, my best friend came over and set up my whole house, came with, what is it? Like little, what is it called? Like little compartment carrier things, like full setups. She set up my whole living room with diapers, hand wash, wipes, like nipple stuff, like full feeding, changing areas all throughout my house. All of my girlfriends came over and like checked the nursery, went through all of my stuff to make sure I had enough washcloths and soap. And like, they like just did it for me. I'm like, do you really think I'm like ill-equipped? My cousin Joe, like all of my friends, my cousin, everybody came over and just like fully dialed my house without asking. That's how I know I'm like low-key a really good person, because didn't even have to ask, you know? They just came over and handled shit and like stocked my fridge. My best friend flew with breast milk in a Yeti cooler her first week's like colostrum breast milk, because I wasn't sure if I was going to breastfeed. And then when I tried to breastfeed and I couldn't, gave me milk on ice, traveled with a Yeti cooler to make sure that like my son had colostrum. That's a real fucking bitch. You know what I mean? So, I don't know how I made that all about me and my lovely friendships, but, I wish I don't know. You can't prepare for it. Just know that if you feel weird, it's going to be okay. You're going to be fine. Have a lot of shows to binge. And also don't be afraid. This is controversial. This is the last thing we need is more controversial, like hot tips and tricks on child rearing. But here we go. Don't be afraid to get out of the house. And one of my good friends said too, like getting dressed every day, like showering, and even if you're not going anywhere, even if you're putting on sweats, just getting ready for the day, if that feels good to you, is a great thing. And don't be afraid to get out of the house. Try it. The more you do it, the easier it gets. That is one thing I regret so badly, is because A, I felt so trapped, and B, I was just like, oh, well, we're not supposed to leave the house. Incorrect. Get out of the fucking house. It's going to be fine. You need the vitamin D. Get the baby out. Go. Fly. Go to a bar. I don't care. Get out of the house. What's your favorite song right now? Oh, right above that it goes, you good? I'm good. Believe me, I'm good. If I ain't good, I'll tell ya. What's my favorite song right now? Ooh, okay. Actually, this is not just a subtle plug. My favorite song right now is a song that I hope is coming out soon. My husband is working with this amazing artist, Obed, and it is my favorite. It's so good. Also, Andy has a new song, Kane Brown's next single, and it's fucking great. Who's Matt Howard? Oh, Matt Howard. Happy Pride, Matt Howard. Someone said, do you still like to troll Matt Howard? I think that's the guy who likes to like take care of his wife. His wife is like the breadwinner and he likes to treat her right. Or is it the dancing guy? I don't know. I like bullying men on the internet. I think we don't do enough of it, and it evens the playing field. What feedback has Jeff Lewis given you about your decor? Not much, actually. only received very good notes from Jeff Lewis. He's been to my home. He loved it. He said that my primary bathroom, the only note he gave me was that my primary bathroom was a little plain. And he's totally right. He said it needed some color, which is coming from him crazy. And I am going to be redoing it because it's terrible. It is the most boring. You guys would die. It is so boring. It is so like Ramona Singer-Hampton's house renovation adjacent. It's like plain. I had no idea what I was doing. I'm thinking floating either burl wood vanity or like some type of like custom unlacquered brass, like shelving with like a floating. I'm gonna do it right. Okay. We're talking woodwork. We're gonna make the shower a little bit bigger so I could do like a proper seated steam shower bath. I've got to dial it up. But I need to replenish funds so Andrew doesn't fucking murder me. Thank God I have a fiscally responsible husband because I could just go rogue so quickly. You know what I mean? Like so quickly. But, you know, she gets reined in. And that's that, everybody. I'm going to go fuck all the way off. Thank you so much. Make sure you get tickets, thebitchbible.com, and click somewhere and hit tour and buy your tickets. People are asking, like, I don't know how much more specific I could possibly be because it's just like a broken record. What are we wearing to the shows? You can wear whatever the fuck you want. I'm wearing a sensible pajama set and some form of a face mask because we're not doing any glam. Although I did think it would be low key kind of funny just once in a while, like maybe one of the shows to come in like a full Luke just so I could write it off. You know what I mean? Like really hit you hard and nasty and surprise everybody. But, you know, in theory, that sounds fun. But in practice, it's probably not going to happen. So hopefully see you guys. See you guys. I love you guys. Thank you guys. You guys. Buy tickets. We'll talk next week. This was so much fun. Bye.